For what is actually your family standing for? Are you an architect of tomorrow or just only a family of wealth? Welcome. And before I start in one of my inspirations and thoughts to you, it would be much appreciated if you can support me if you hit the subscribe button here, and that I can ensure that you will get some valuable insights from tribal families, from dynasties around the world, that you can participate on this and also benefit for your own family. So, in advantage, I appreciate it if you support me on this. So, there was an interesting discussion a couple of days ago around families, future, structure, vision, values, all these stuff, and also governance. And in the middle of the table, there was just a question for what we are actually standing for. Are we a beacon? Are we a lighthouse for centuries? And this kind of discussion was initiated by a second generation family member, and he is, together with his siblings, on a transition to take over the leadership of the family. And without any doubt, these rising generation have a completely different mindset at their parents. And yes, there was in the past many discussions and maybe some conflicts, but it was solved. And the new generation, the new leadership of the family was raising the question, what is the thing, what is actually what we are standing for 100 years, or maybe 200 years, or maybe 500 years, or maybe 1,000 years? What is it actually? And the question arises, is it just better that we are doing more with a greater intention? Not only to preserving the capital, because that is still there. Is it just better that we are preserving first our family through a deeper, broader intention? And the question comes up, okay, what are the main focus future segments? And I've taken notes on this, and I will share this with you. And the first segment was, can we do with more intention in regards of educational systems in our country, in our society, in our community? Is it just that we can change the education system for the better? Because without any doubt, the existing educational systems around the world are, by and large, waste of time. And not for the value for our children. And the second one was, what can we do in regards of climate and also the planetary stewardship? What is actually requested for the next decades? What is requested for the next centuries? And how we can positioning ourselves as an architect, as a driving force, that we are on the top and not on the bottom, that we are driving the change on this. And the second was on a discussion is health, longevity, and mental wellness. Maybe that is just at this time only a topic for wealthy or rich families or individuals. But I'm quite convinced over the next decade, it will be also an issue for the broader community. It will be also in regards of the longevity of each societies, a very important topic, that people, communities will be on strong mental health. Maybe what can any or many families do to secure that segment? The fourth one is equity, inclusion, and human projects. And the question was more, how we can influence, how we can change narratives to the better one, that many can benefit from changing in human projects, that we have maybe a new liberal democracy or societies or stuff like that. What can we do actually? What is our footprint maybe in this very important topic? And the fifth one was civic exchange and democracy. Without any doubt, there are some critical and important shifts in regards of democracy around the world. And it will be increasing, and it will be coming with more dynamic. And if you are a very strong family, it's just up the question, okay, what can we do that we secure the democracy in our country? What can we do that the money what we maybe spend will be used in a proper, in a more intelligent approach? So the question is more, if the question is really more, what do you actually standing for? Why is this question so critical for the next coming decade? You know, you will see an increasing competition among your family, without any doubt, because without any doubt, there will be more families of significant wealth will floating in your society, in your environment. Significant wealth is just more than 100 million euros, $100 million and stuff like that. And each of them will be asking themselves, okay, what is actually the sense of our family? What is actually the purpose beyond the money? What is our footprint on this planet over centuries, over generations? And how we gain access to very strong project through our intentionality. And that is also in a reflection into your inner family system. I mean, if you have a greater intention, that is just the North Star of your family, and it brings me more with a strong cohesiveness in your family. You will be more aligned. You will come to a stronger decision, to a quicker decision. That doesn't mean that you won't have conflicts. The question is more, how do you solve conflicts just in a better way if you have a greater intention on something? But also, I mean, that could be a great reward if you are reflected as a beacon, as a lighthouse for something. In these segments, what I've given you, just education, climate, democracy, human projects, and stuff like that. These questions, for me personally, and also for you, I will give you that kind of inspiration, are very crucial and very critical. Because that is just how do you distinguish yourself in one bracket. Also, how do you have an interpretation, what is actually needed to change societies for the better one. So I will encourage and I will empower you, initiate these kind of discussions. What are you actually standing for? And what do you actually want a beacon in one bracket, in one segment? It is very, very necessary, but also it's very intelligent, because if you don't do things with a greater intention, by and large, inertia comes through the door. And then you will be only focused on the money side. And it's, in the end of the day, it will be fail. So hopefully that kind of inspiration, it's very, very valuable for you. And once again, I will empower and encourage you, start this kind of discussion. Raise the question, what we are actually standing for. Can we be a beacon? Can we be a lighthouse for one segment? Can we lead this segment? Can we driving change with a greater intention? Can we play on the top? Can we be a top family, not a mediocre family? A mediocre family will fail. It doesn't really matter whether you have 1 billion or 500 million in your pocket. So that is just for your inspiration. That is just for your discussion. And I would be more than happy if you start this kind of discussion. Until next, be great.